3, 2, 1, play the intro music, and you're probably switching over to the camera. That's right, it's Thursday. No, it's not Thursday. It's Wednesday, 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time over at twitchtv.com with Atomic Mass Games. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Atomic Mass Transmissions Live. We're back for now until the main extravaganza, and then we're going to be back again, and then main extravaganza will be over, and then we're going to be back again because we're back. We're back. Summer's in there hooping. Whoop, whoop. So today, I modded up a rogue class. I just grabbed some bits and bobs and doodles from a couple different X-Wing ships, did a little sculpting, and made my own modded rogue class. We're going to paint it up today. I have no idea how we're going to paint it. I did kind of do silver. During the chat, you can ask me about the different parts. I'll tell you how I did them, and just kind of the inspiration behind the conversion and the mod. And then, you know, maybe we'll name it. I think we should name it. Let's name it today on the stream. So let's kick it to the mini cam. I'm going to turn on the light. I'm going to get some washes and some paints on my palette. Apparently we got new. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, I'm ready for this new palette cam. Ooh, it's so cool. You can name it Wizard. You gotta have like a long, detailed name with like a verb or adjective in there to, like, you know. I took a Xanadu Blood, which I absolutely love the name of the Xanadu. It's going to be a little shaky just because it's on the table. And we're trying it out. We'll probably mount it. So basically, I took the Xanadu Blood, and, you know, we got a couple bits and bobs. Like I said, we'll talk over it. Yeah, we'll mount this down a little bit better. Sorry about the shakiness of the camera. Maybe it's my excitement that bounces the camera. You don't know. You just don't know. Hello, everyone. Hello, Ellie Firespray. Hello, everyone. We're learning. We're in a process. Everything we do is iterative. You know, you try something out, and you're like, this will totally work. And then you're like, well, this could be better. And then you try again. You know, failing isn't a failure. Not learning from the fail is true failing. That's what I'm about. And painting miniatures is the fine art of correcting one's mistakes. All right, we'll get started down. All right, so I got some peanut butter. That's the actual name of this. It's not peanut butter. That's not a food product. We're not painting with food products. That's a different stream. Maybe we'll do some someday. So that's peanut butter, and we got some high key yeller and abyssal. Did I put abyssal blue out? Abyssal blue, Hiri blue, and Nakar. And we're just gonna mix a bunch of different nonsense together and get a color I like. I want something kind of desaturated yellow with a touch of gray, a little bit darker, I think. I'm liking that. Just gonna keep adding. I'm not a big fan of ratios. Don't understand ratios. I paint with my heart. We paint with jazz. Are we any of the session you are going to have to change it off or up? Sorry, release. I don't understand the question there.
Did we have to change our panels and stuff for pushing back meat?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So this is my modded rogue class. And we're just going to paint some designs. This is always tricky with X. You know what? I'm a monster. Is that on screen?
Lower about a half.
How's that? We're going to stable it like this. Okay, let's just paint some designs. With our yellow. Like I said, if you want to know about the parts or the process to this, let me know. I can discuss those. There's a little maroon in there, I think. Yeah, me extravaganza with the reschedule. You know, we're looking at what the schedule was, and you know, some stuff is going to change, and we're gonna adjust accordingly. Be ready. We need a name for this too. Omnifane, thanks. If you want to know the parts, let me know.
It's definitely gotta be named something with peanut butter in it.
Peanut butter. The outlaw peanut butter. The peanut butter kid.
XM-82. Gotta throw in the numbers and stuff.
Yeah, you need some dashes and some call signs and stuff. How do you reattach the peg holders mounted? I just glue them up in. Nutella. I almost had Nutella for lunch. We went to a new crepe place. But I ended up getting lingonberry and brie.
How was it?
It was pretty good. It was pretty good. I just use a little super glue. All this is held together with a little super glue. We got a wonky stabilizer here. So the goal here is to just paint some designs rough and then figure out. I'm thinking like almost like just a funky camouflagey type pattern. Kumato, sorry if this isn't been answered, but should we expect any more reveal? There's always reveals coming because we're always working on stuff.
I'm gonna bring it to the left a tiny bit.
No. My left? That way?
That left. Whatever direction you just went in. Yes, go.
Metro Mood, look at that, killing it.
Go.
Killing it with the call sign, the numbers turned into the word peanut butter. Absolutely love it.
First time caller asked what the Legion Mercenaries game yesterday. I guess maybe you should answer that and go into detail.
The game?
Yeah.
The game is tomorrow. We're going to play a game on stream. We announced that, right?
I think so. I think we did.
If not, I'll take the heat.
Oh no, it's known.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll still take the heat. I usually do take the heat. But yeah, we got a game stream tomorrow. Should check it out. It's going to be fun. I think it's Pagani versus Dursum.
Mm-hmm.
sure they're going to do something really fun, exciting. Oh, I don't have an answer to that. Talking to the wrong guy for those questions. Surprised nobody wants to know about my sweet ship. I'm imagining it's a bounty hunter ship for a bounty hunter. Maybe I have a thing for bounty hunters. I like bounty hunters. How far out do we develop? Well, it depends on what part of develop you mean, because there's lots of different aspects to the word develop. But yeah, like in concept, like I work out in like 2 to 3 years. Like our timelines are really, really, really long. So got a lot of pokers in the fire. Oh my God, grape jelly. That's amazing. If you have Legion questions, you should ask those in the stream tomorrow. That's happening. I know they plan those when they need them. It's not a set time. It's an evaluate and as needed situation. Why mow the lawn when the grass isn't tall? So I think the goal here is a bunch of just random shapes in this off yellow, and then we'll wash it and stuff. How do I thin down inks? Usually just with water to make it a glaze. Oh yeah, the website's very, very close. We are working on it. BK and Summer's been working tirelessly.
We're getting towards the end.
Getting close, getting toward the end. It's going to happen. A lot of ins and outs, a lot of considerations and stuff. Yeah, you can use water. Acrylic medium is really good. We use a lot of scale 75 here in the studio, here at the office for our paint streams, and they have a nice medium that I've been enjoying. I'm not there's one answer to anyone's, problems when it comes to painting. I I think that there's a lot of tools in the toolbox, and you should take all those tools and use them when they're needed and necessary. I'm not a one size fits all person, so try stuff out and see what works. We'll see what works in each situation. That's usually how I go about it. But if I'm just thinning inks down, it depends on what I'm doing with the ink too, right? Inks are just a tool, and they can do a lot of different things. So it depends on the application a lot of times as well. There's a shadow there that I want to accentuate. It looks really cool. I love that this new camera makes like a little buzzy noise next to me.
Is it buzzing?
Oh yeah. Little bee buzz noise. Little mix of paint there. It seems weird to mix water and ink, but ink is just super thin acrylic paint. So it can be thinned with water, and like I said, it depends on your application. If I'm wanting to punch up a red, I thin it down with a little water and I make a glaze. If I'm wanting something a little heavier, I might not thin it down at all. If I want to turn the ink into a wash, because inks themselves they're just mega concentrated acrylic paints. So it all depends on your application. I don't like using the panels as guides because it feels like cheating, but today's the day. I'm going to use the panels as guides. Yeah, we're going to get those dates up hopefully soon, as we're still working on stuff. I got all new prep I got to do. It's going to be super, super cool. I think we need like a big chunk of yellow on this end of the inside of the wing. And maybe down here. No one really sees that part of the ship, so I can kind of fake that one a little bit. Maybe something here. There's a curve on that. I like this line as a curve, so we're going to put straight lines near that for some visual interest and contrast. We're troopers. We are warriors. We fight every day to bring you the greatest miniature game that we can bring you. That is our goal and our promise to you, that we shall work diligently day and night through rain, sleet, snow, and hail to do the best we can because so many of us are very passionate about, I mean, all of us are very passionate about what we do and passionate about miniatures in general. I love super cool miniatures. I have a giant collection. Then I'm all right, what do we think about that? Do we like it? I like it. Mini Extravaganza is not next week, no. Just remember to eat. I totally ate today. All right, let's take a little gray. Actually, where's my silvers? I want some silvers. That one's empty. Chick! He totally emptied that bottle and left it there. It was a trap set just for me. I know it. I know it. Where's the silvers at? There we go. Silver Metal Tavern, I see you. Silver Metal checking in. We're going to mix a little off blue, like a desaturated gray blue, into our silver. And we're going to start, oh, that one's not punctured. Armada news will happen when we have Armada news.
If you pull that palette down toward you on that miniature too, a little bit more. Perfect.
My mixins?
Your mixes. That's a very important part of the process.
It's the mixins. Actually, that was way more lavender than I thought it was going to be, so that's not really what I was going for. Yeah, as we've stated, it'll happen when you get it. It'll happen when it's ready. It'll happen when it happens. That one's clogged. This is why I'm a paint pot guy. That's the color I want. Summer paint stream with this go. Maybe there's a stream where summer paints. I don't know. You have to wait and see his schedule. Want a little drop of dark in there. Run a little more. So we're mixing abyssal blue, or like light blue there, and silver together. Now what this does, if you do this proper, what we're going to do is sort of paint the shadows of our ship here with this semi-metallic color. Like if you notice, it's sort of, there's a little bit of silver in there, but there's a lot of that blue and black. And when metal goes into shadow, it begins to lose its metallosity. That sheen, that shimmer. So I want to create that across my ship. Very boldly, very broadly. I'm using 2 brushes, creating a little bit of a gradient. This is not necessary. I just wanted to fancy mine up a little bit. This is just removing some of that metal look, which is going to make it look weirdly more metal. Because not only is metallics the appearance of the metallic flake, but it's the removal of it as well. You know, if you look at something metallic like a car or chrome, what makes chrome look like chrome is those deep blacks in the shadows where there is no metallosity. So by doing a very broad removal when we do our black wash to up the shadows, we should get a more dramatic effect. There's one thing I like is dramatic effect. What's my take on metallic versus non-metallic metal? I have a preference toward metallic. I think when done properly, it looks super good, especially for tabletop and studio miniatures. I think non-metallic metal has a place, and I do non-metallic metal as well. Just not to the same extent as like maybe some of the stuff you've seen. It tends to have a limited viewing angle. And when you're painting something for the studio where we throw up 360 rotations, I really want everybody to be able to see the miniature in its full, I want to say glory. So in the studio, we lean true metallic metals. But that being said, like what I'm doing right now is a non-metallic metal philosophy applied with true metallics, right? I'm choosing some of those viewing angles and accentuating them with non-metallic paints. Like my next shadow will be completely void of all metallic flake, where this one has some metallic flake to it, creating that overall look. Like we're talking about, right? That increases that metallosity. And when you're applying it to a miniature overall, once you learn it and you start applying it, you can really get some dramatic effects with your paints. I spent a lot of time on some of the very fancy painting websites and checking out all the paint jobs of what's happening in the miniature world. I'm very steeped in miniatures and what they are, and try to keep up with where they're going, and that helps us create the miniatures we make and push on. And I collect a lot of different miniatures and play a lot of different miniature games, and I just love miniatures, and I love miniature painting. I've competed in miniature painting competitions and stuff like that. So I love seeing where people are going with their paint jobs. I love watching wonderful hobby evolve and grow, and watching people take the miniatures we make and putting them into their art filters is pretty astounding. We're doubling up here on this first shade. Broaden it out. Really accentuate it. You can see how that shapes are starting to take place, right? We really want to see the form of our little ship here take place. I want to accentuate this curvature here. I think someone asked the parts used earlier, and I got on a tangent and kind of forgot. These, my cannon came undone when I broke it off the stand. That was my bad. The cannons are from a Razor Crest. The canopy here was sculpted, and all I did was put a little putty on the canopy, sort of a rough shape, and smoothed it down, and then I used a hobby sculpting tool to cut it, and then smooth it flat, and then cut it across there, and then this one I did the same thing, and then I used a rubber tip shaper to get this curve in that bottom. So that was a lot of fun. I do not consider myself a sculptor at all. And it's fun though, sometimes just busting out some putty and just being like, I'm just going to give this a try and see what happens. And if, once again, we're going back to that philosophy. If I fail, I fail. And that's okay. I tried and, hopefully I'll learn from it. And then I can apply the lesson to the next thing I work on, the next thing I do, the next ship I paint. And that's a lot of fun. Darken this up. A little brown in there this time. Brown and blue together. I love mixing brown and blue together. Get a dingier look. Now we're really going to accentuate some shadows. We'll probably throw a wash on this. Now I'm just having fun painting, and I kind of broke away from the plan a little bit in my head, but that's okay. Plans are nice, but plans never survive contact with the enemy. Yeah, I'm just digging this chrome ship now. How much is it? Yeah, I'm not sure. Ewok pilots. I don't think that's in that pack. I mean, I would take an Ewok on a speeder bike any day. Sign me up. Summer, you take a knee walk on a speeder bike, right?
Oh, yeah. If I want things done right, that's what I would take.
I love weird stuff like that. I love the idea of a Jawa bounty hunter. Let the brush do the work. Let the brush do the work. Let the line catch your hand. Let the brush do the work. It wants to be helpful. If you get outside the line, use your damp brush. Clean that up. Easy peasy. Get all those little lines painted dark. Right in there, and that, right between those, whatever that is on the side of the cockpit. Three Jawas in a trench coat walk into the Mos Eisley Cantina. I've said that a million times. I've never developed the joke. I should develop the joke. Put a little shade on my chrome. Bounty hunter, starship cruiser. It's got super cannons. It's gonna blast you out of the sky. That's the song today. Three Jawas in a flight suit. Yeah. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Love it. Inktense black. I have a black here somewhere. We're going to make a wash. Inktense black. We're going to do, like I said, I'm just going to mix it with water. Oh, wait, we got some medium. I love the idea of three Jawas in a flight suit. Preston's losing his mind right now. He doesn't even know why. He's just like, yes, finally. So this is just ink with a little of the medium. I could have used water, all the same to me. It's all the same to me. I'm going to paint these engines. My sweet modified engines. This black ink mix. They need to be dark. I'll probably paint the front of these like glowy blue or something. We just need to see some Jawa slap some wings on the sand crawl. Yes. Yes. See, this is what I love. Is just a dune crawler with wings, so the Jawas can take their scourging to new heights. There's so many planets we could be hunting salvage on. It's like, let's get to it. Love it. There's places to go, boys. Uh-oh. Too much medium. Add more ink. That's the way we do it. Try, fail, try again. That's how life works.